is back on the program. How you doing, Jordan? Good to see you, man.
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. What's going on in your life? What's going on with you?
Training camp. The grind of training camp right now. So
okay,
we're doing good. We just got off the field, had a great practice, and get our minds ready to be able to head up to Denver for preseason game number 2.
Okay, are we riding bikes? Is that we in that time of year there in Green Bay?
Training camp time. We're riding bikes.
Okay. If there's no training wheels though, right?
No.
Training camp.
You got to pick the bigger bikes. You can't get on the training wheel bikes.
How does that go? How do you get the bicycles assigned to get to practice there in Green Bay?
So you'll walk out. We walk out the doors, and there's probably 50 to 100 kids just out there waiting with their bikes, and
awesome.
It's a free for all. You pick whoever you want. Try and find the bigger bikes if you can, but it's just pick whatever kid. A lot of guys have kids that they ride every day with, which is cool, but it's really a free for all.
What about you? I'm sure every kid in Green Bay wants a piece of Jordan Love. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Hey, if you got a 10 jersey on, I'm going to go find
you. This is now year 6 for you there, Jordan. I mean,
year 7. Year 7.
Hold on a minute. Year 7. All right. That's right. Okay. I got you now.
Class, right?
I got you now. So year 7 for you. Yep. How are you a different quarterback than day one showing up there?
Oh, man. I've grown so much as a quarterback. I think, going on year 7 versus year 1, it's just the understanding of the offense. I know where I need to go with the ball. I know, how to make my reads, how to get through progressions. And I'm not learning the offense for the first time. So I think the comfortability of the offense, calling the plays, getting in and out of the huddle, and just taking command of it is where I've seen the most growth.
Well, I mean, and we speak so often in shows like this and about quarterback-coach relationships. You and Matt LaFleur, describe for me, if you wouldn't mind, your relationship with him throughout the week and then on game day, Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, Matt is great. I think someone who's in the room with the quarterbacks throughout the week. So, we're talking the same language all week. And, when we talk about game planning and stuff like that, me and Matt sit right next to each other, all week throughout the meeting. So we're in each other's ear all the time, make sure we're on the same page. But just our relationship in general has grown so much, since I took over and been starting, just the comfortability I have to be able to bounce ideas off him, tell him if I like plays, if I don't like plays. And ultimately, Matt, he wants me to feel as comfortable as possible with every play that we're running. So just making sure I'm dialed in. I know why we're calling a play, what the look is we want it for, and where I need to go with the ball, just understanding. But our relationship it's grown every year.
How often do you put a play in yourself during the week, Jordan?
Man, that's the best part. So Matt's definitely, always challenging really every quarterback in the room. As we're watching film throughout the week, planning for a team, if there's anything that comes up that we see, maybe another team ran or just an idea we have, he's always game for us to bring that in and put it on the board. Let's talk about it and see if it'll make the final cut for the week. So really every week you're trying to find a play that, is going to be one that's going to stick. Or even just be something that's a beater versus the defense we're going against or another team's ran. So Matt's great about that, us bringing ideas in.
Do you got an idea, an example also of where he's just like during the week, we run this play and this look, we're going to get a touchdown and you did? Something like that?
Oh, man, I do. Actually, it's funny. Going against, Jonathan Gannis' defense, what was it? 2 years ago, we played the Cardinals here at home.
Mm-hmm.
There's a play we had already in, and we kind of ran it earlier in the game and saw the way they played it and decided to make kind of a new route stem off of the play we ran. And we ended up hitting a touchdown to Christian Watson for about like a 50-yard touchdown where he ran like kind of a lean post over the top, which is really cool. So I think for an idea to pop like that mid-game and really a play to be born in the midst of a game was pretty cool.
Jordan Love here on the Rich Eisen Show. Let's talk about your wide receiver room because it changed. And two big pieces in Wicks and Dobbs are now on the East Coast. Mm-hmm. And so how do you respond to those who are wondering who's catching the football from you this year, Jordan?
Oh, man. We got plenty of weapons still. Obviously, we got Christian, we got Jay Reed, we got MG, we got Tucker Kraft, who's getting back healthy. He's back on the field with us, which is great to have him back. But like you mentioned, Rome and Wicks, both those guys going elsewhere. I'm excited for them and the things they're going to do in their career with another team. But we still got plenty of weapons, man. I'm excited. And then you look at guys behind. All those guys I listed. You got Savion Williams, you got Bo Melton, guys they've made plays for us in the past last year, and I'm excited to see them take the next steps and just be ready whenever their name's called upon, go out there and make plays. But we still got plenty of weapons, and I'm excited to get out there with them week one.
Yeah, MG does not stand for minimum guarantee. You're referring to Matthew Golden, their first-round selection last year, who came on stronger towards the end of the season. Like you could say like his best individual play actually occurred in the playoffs for you. What is his role for this year that you can give a heads up for about your confidence in him hitting it a little bit more frequently for you together?
Yeah, no, his role is, it's growing every day. I think obviously right now, like you mentioned, having two guys leave the wide receiver room, I think that just opens up so much more opportunity for him to be able to catch the ball and get those ops thrown his way. But right now, he's making the most of it. He's looking very sharp in training camp. He's making plays day in and day out. He's getting open. He's creating separation. So, for a quarterback, he's making life easy, to be able to find him and go to him time after time. But, I think as we get in the season, as we start going against other looks, that's going to be the real test of just seeing how consistent we can be as an offense in general. And for him, just continue to find ways to be at his best, to keep getting open, for us to just be on the same page, keep building that chemistry. But like you said, him ending the year on that big play he had against the Bears, being able to score, his first touchdown, I'm excited for how many he's going to have this year.
And not to turn you into my news and information man, but I'm about to. Tucker Kraft looks healthy. He's ready to go, you think?
Man, Tucker Kraft looks great. He's still kind of limited in his role, easing his way back in, as you know. But, Tuck is he's a madman out there. He's got one motor, and that's going as hard as he can every time he's on the field. So I got a lot of love for him, and he's a guy that I can't wait to get him back out there, full time. And he just makes plays after plays. So it's great to have him back out there on the field.
So you think you'll see him out there week one as you kick off, I guess, the old Favre reunion tour at the Vikings and at the Jets? You think you're gonna see him out there?
Yeah, I think that's the goal. However, I don't know how limited he'll be in his role, but I think that is the goal, to have him out there week one. I'm not sure if he'll be going, full time, but they might ease him back into playing time. But I think once you get out there on the field, it's hard to kind of ease your way back in. You want to be out there full time, and a guy like Tuck, he's going to leave it all on the field. So I think that is a goal right now.
How's Micah?
Mike's doing great. He's still rehabbing, still on the side. So no real timeline on when he's going to be back, but he's definitely attacking rehab. And we all know what Mike is capable of when he's out there on the field. So we can't wait to have him back.
Did you see his podcast chat at Fanatics Fest with Myles Garrett? Did you catch any of that, Jordan?
Nah, what'd he do?
He said that he's just as good as Myles, that he's got a 20-sack season in him. And
yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
You do?
Oh, yes, for sure.
And he's got the game against Dallas circled, correct?
Oh, I'm sure he's got that one circled. Come on.
Yeah.
He ended in a tie last year, so we can't be having that again.
Yes, we can. I'm well aware of that one. That was, one would say, an unsatisfying ending. Speaking of reunions, how was it catching up with Rodgers the other day, preseason, Jordan?
Oh, man, it's great. Anytime you go chat with A-Rod pregame, it's great. He's a character. He's got so many stories. Just be able to talk to him for a brief moment. It's great to see him. There's a couple of the guys that we played with over there, Bobby Tanyan. So it's good to see him as well. But, man, A-Rod, I got so much love for A-Rod. I told him I wish he was playing, so, I can go watch him a little bit more. But, he's not going to be playing in preseason. But it was great to see him.
Well, we lost the lights right there. There you go. Well, at least we know that the Packers are conserving energy. I appreciate that.
Motion
sensor lights. What did Rodgers instill in you, or did you pick up from him when you were sitting there a couple years ago?
Oh, man, so much. I think just me being able to watch someone play at such a high level. Obviously, he won back-to-back MVP while I was behind him, but just to see day in and day out the consistency of someone who just as an all-time understanding of the offense we're running, what the defense is doing and what they're trying to accomplish, how to exploit that, and just obviously I think his accuracy day in and day out, the consistency, opened my eyes to just, man, this is, another level that I want to tap into. I want to be able to obviously go emulate some of the things he's done on the field. And, it starts with practice. The stuff he did in practice every day, it all translates to the game. So I think that was the coolest thing for me to see. And just that confidence, like this guy's out here making these crazy throws, making no-look passes. And it's like, man, I want to go do some of the stuff that he's doing. So it just opened my eyes to an all-time high level of quarterback play.
Well, and then just in the few minutes I have left with you here, Jordan Love, I'd like to, pick your brain on the subject matter. We may have done this before, but I have a new audience here. With new quarterbacks coming in the league and everybody wondering, when are the Raiders going to play Mendoza? When, Ty Simpson's going to sit maybe for a couple years behind Stafford, and, year in and year out, we're wondering when's the right time to insert a young quarterback. Do you feel you'd be as good today as you are, in a position to succeed as you will be this year, because you didn't play those first 2 years? What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely say nothing helped my career more than being able to sit behind, obviously, the person I was sitting behind, Aaron Rodgers, but just being able to sit and learn, really understand the offense and be able to go out there and practice and mess up time after time and time again, when there's really no pressure on you of a game, the whole world watching you. So, that definitely helped my career to be able to just build confidence, understand the offense, to when I do get my opportunity to be able to go out there and just be confident in my process, really build a process of how to watch film, how to, go in week after week and put the time in to understand what kind of game plan we're going to make, and how to attack a defense. But nothing helped my career more than be able to sit. So, I think for a lot of young guys, whether it's 1 year, whether it's 2 years, in my case, whether it's 3 years, anytime you sit just for a little bit, just see somebody else do it, and have time to be able to practice, get some banked reps on the offense, understand just really what you're seeing from the defense, what are kind of the holes in the offense and the plays you're running, and how to find completions play after play, helps your career a lot.
So you can pick something up by just merely watching, earbud in meetings, knowing you're not playing this week and knowing it would take an injury of significance to get you in there. You can actually pick stuff up and become a better quarterback without those actual reps in this league, you think?
Definitely. But I think it's all about each person and how you handle it, how you approach each day, the questions you ask people, and if you continue to have the right mindset and how you approach the situation. But for me, sitting on the sideline in the games and be able to watch A-Rod and just, I have my own process of how we read the plays and just see, obviously, how he's going about his business on the field, and watch where he goes with the ball. And if he's going somewhere else than what I thought, ask him those questions, when we get back to the meeting room, be like, what made you go there? What were you seeing? So all those things I think help you. But it's all about how you approach it, your mindset when you're in that situation, and how you attack each day as a backup.
And then, mindset in a couple minutes I have left here. One mindset question, then we're going to enter the red meat portion of our conversation here, since it is the Midwest. The way your team finished last year, the way the losses piled up, and I understand there were injuries, and I understand what did happen, but that taste that's in your mouth, and I imagine the rest of the organization, is that a chip on your shoulder coming into the season? What is it?
Definitely a chip. Like you mentioned, just the way we ended the season, losing a lot of our last games, obviously the playoff loss, it just leaves a sour taste in your mouth. So I think the mindset for us when we got back to OTAs and obviously starting training camp is finished. Every day we got to find ways to be at our best. As the practice goes on and the days get longer and longer, you got to find ways to improve and still be at your best and still lock in with the mindset of finishing the day. So it's something that we're focused on this year. But like you said, it won't show up until we get out there on the field week one and get into these games, and obviously late in the season to be able to see how well we can finish.
I know you're talking about week one. There you go. I know you're talking about week one, man. Week 5. We've now entered the red meat portion of the conversation before I let you go on with your Wednesday. The Bears stroll into town, okay? Mm-hmm. Now, we're putting the whole schedule up here. I get it. These are some great games. You've got some great opponents. You've got some tough opponents. You've got some home games that are difficult, and you've got some road visits that are also, including a Wednesday night before Thanksgiving visit to the Rams. I get it. But at the end of the day, Bears stroll in week 5. I mean, you do know the coach that's coming in has been giving your coach the swim move a couple times at the handshake line, right? You're aware of that, Jordan?
Yeah, man, I've seen clips, but it's all about handling business. Obviously, that's any week, any team that's coming into town, and obviously, I think our mindset, it always starts with the NFC North and handling business in the division.
Yes,
and that is, our number one goal is going out there and winning the division. Something we haven't done in a while. So, the Bears won the division last year. And obviously, it's something that we got to go take back. And, it starts week 1. We got the Vikings to open up the season. And like you mentioned, week 5 would be a good test. So it's something that we'll be ready for. And, every week is something that is a new journey, a new chapter, a new challenge to be able to lock in on. And like I said, it's all about going and handling business in the NFC North.
No, I know you're taking the high road. I know that's your default. You're a high road guy. You're a first class guy. You make things light, literally in your room. Okay, the lights go out. I get it. But come on now. You guys don't talk about the way that Matt LaFleur has been handled, if you will, by the opposing coach after these games. That has not crept into your locker room at all.
No, I think it's something that we just got to go handle business on the field. That's the only thing we can do. I'm not one to sit around and talk a big game. It's about handling business and stand on actions, stand on business. So we'll do that. We'll handle business and see them when we see them.
Okay, Jordan Love. Very, very good. It's always great to catch up with you. You're having fun? Loving it?
I'm having a blast, man.
Yeah? Being the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, what's the coolest thing?
Where else would I rather be right now? The coolest thing?
Yeah.
It's the Green Bay Packers. Everyone here in the city is a Packer fan. So it's a hard place not to appreciate the team you play for. So, I love it every day. Like I said, when we go to practice and you got hundreds of kids lined up to ride bikes over to training camp.
Yeah.
I don't think any other place does it like Green Bay. So, you got the whole city behind you here in town. It's an awesome place to play football.
Great to chat with you, Jordan Love. Enjoy the rest of your summer, and we'll chat again. Are you playing this week, or are you done for the preseason? You finished?
No, we'll be playing this week. I'll be out there on the field.
Okay. All right. I'll be keeping an eye, and then we'll chat again real soon. Thanks
Easy.
again.
I'll see you, Rich. Thank you.
Right back at you. That's Jordan.